looking back on last weekend, not the result you wanted, I suppose. One of the positive and also the negative takeaways from a defeat like that?
I think we're out-executed in a few areas. The combination between Aoife Dalton and Jenny Murphy is a huge positive. They've really grown into a great partnership. I thought Jenny Murphy had an outstanding game. Negative was probably working on our defence. We were caught quite narrow. We missed a few tackles. They got 9 line breaks, so then we're under pressure straight away from a defensive system.
And so looking ahead to this week, I suppose come kick off against Ulster, you may know what you need to do or what you can achieve. How do you approach the week in terms of, you could finish in first place and win the tournament, or it could be in second position?
Look, the girls know they need to put in a performance. They're up for it this week. We did a good video analysis with the girls yesterday. Well, the girls did that themselves. We'll go in tonight just to tidy up a few areas. We're not going to work on too much, to be honest. I think they'll be up for it. We were caught napping a couple of times in the Munster match, so yeah, I think we'll be ready.
I suppose last week you're building that momentum that's already there. What are the challenges this week? What's the mood like in the group, I suppose, because there's a fair bit, I suppose, trying to pick things back up again?
Yeah, the girls are hugely disappointed on the bus trip back, and I try and say to them to leave it 24 hours before we start analysing it. However, they started that on the bus, which wasn't great. But I think come tonight when we get to training, we'll finish the video analysis of Munster and then switch on to Ulster. And I think a few of them are experienced enough to push on and bring the young ones along with them.
You're obviously targeting a win in the final game against Ulster. How do you go about that? And I suppose what are you expecting from the challenge of Ulster?
Yeah, Ulster are good and they're tough to play away at home. Their forward pack are very strong. They have a great maul and scrum. So we're going to have to look to move them around a bit more. We're going to have to be clinical. We've been pushing too many offloads without actually connecting with our supporting players. So we need to work on that, and we need to get our penalty count down. We give Ulster any penalty, they'll kick to the corners and they'll have a crack at us.
Great stuff. Thanks, Aline. Best of luck.
Thank you, Bernard. Thank you. Jerry.
Hi, Tania.
Hi, Jerry.
Jerry Corey, Dublin City FM. So look, tough trip down to Cork. It's probably vital to bounce back against Ulster this weekend and get yourselves back in with a chance of doing well.
Yeah, it's hugely important. That starts off with tonight's training session to get the girls focused, to key them into their key roles so that they know what they're going to do heading into Ulster. Like I said, we're only going to tweak a couple of things. Defence will be one, and just making sure we all know our roles.
And with whatever number of minutes were left at 21-17, did you feel that maybe one or two chances slipped by there, when it was that close?
Yeah, we had two opportunities, I think, and we just made the wrong decisions. We had the ball back to us with about 3 or 4 minutes to go, and unfortunately we kicked it away and gave the ball back to them, whereas I think that if we had tried to play it, who knows, it might have opened up and we could have had a scoring opportunity. But you know what, these are learning opportunities, and no, it's not great to do it against Munster and potentially an interpro that only has 3 games, but they'll learn from those, and that'll lead into good international performances from them, hopefully, and that it won't happen again against Ulster.
And look, a lot of the newer girls that are playing in that, it's a tough lesson, but obviously it's good experience as well for going forward.
Yeah, definitely, and I trust in them, and I need them to know that I believe in them 100%. They gave it a crack, and they're bitterly disappointed. Aoife Dalton walks off telling me she's so upset that she didn't play well, and actually she played very well, and her and Jenny worked well together. Dana will learn from that kick option, but there's plenty of experienced players to pull those girls around.
And finally, I suppose losing a player as well, Jenny Murphy going to the sin bin, that doesn't help your cause. I mean, it's like rugby is an attritional game, and if you're down a player, it can really be tough.
Yeah, defending with 14 isn't easy for 10 minutes. We're already struggling with their line breaks and trying to chase them back in that, and that our defence was narrow. Then to lose one of our biggest defenders in the team, Jenny Murphy's phenomenal. I've got her there for a reason, and her reason is for her big hits, her big ball carrying ability. So that was disappointing, and Jenny was utterly disappointed, but I can't fault her for that. She put in a big hit, which I thought was a really good hit. And she was penalised for it.
Okay, good luck against Ulster.
Thanks, Jerry.
Any more questions for Tania?
Oh, yeah.
Tania, just following up on what Jerry said, whatever happens this weekend, how beneficial has this competition been for bloody youngsters? I know you mentioned earlier some of the youngsters, like going into the years ahead, how beneficial has this Reform Cup been?
Yeah, it's hugely beneficial. I mean, not only have they got a different level of coaching and experience, but they've been playing around with more experienced players. So you look at Dana and Aoife playing alongside Jenny Murphy, huge. Christy and Hannah in the pack to help the young ones come through. And, the more games they play at this level, the better that will stand to them in the future. I always said when I was playing rugby, the only way I learned to play was playing lots of games, and that's what these girls are getting. And high intensity games, which is great. I mean, Munster were fantastic last week, and they put them under a huge amount of pressure. So that will stand to them in the future.
And finally, just going back on what Bernard said earlier, if Munster win, the Leinster game has a potential to be a dead rubber because Munster will have one title. But how beneficial is it to end the championship with a really positive performance?
Yeah, it's hugely. We don't want to go out there and lose. We're going out there to win, and we need to put in a big performance and give the girls the confidence that going forward into next season that we can finish off on a high. I don't know what else to say on that one, but we just need to put in a performance. The girls need to be confident finishing this campaign. They've worked really hard, and for them not to come away with a win against Ulster will be disappointing for them.